Hi everyone, welcome to the Prepper vlog of recipes. This is Prepper Pumpkin Soup, and I made this recipe up after the DeMedici Kitchen recipe with Lorenzo DeMedici on public television, but she does hers from scratch. I do mine with canned goods. So here we go. I'm just heating up my cast iron here. You will need for this recipe a can of pumpkin, plain pumpkin, nothing else added, some almonds or sliced almonds or slivered almonds. I'm going to get that out of the way, and either a can of chicken broth or turkey broth or veggie broth if you like. I'm using not canned, just some turkey broth that I made over Thanksgiving. And I thought you'll need some nutmeg, you'll need Parmesan cheese, and for this recipe, this is optional. I'm going to take my 2-day-old bread from Jimmy John's and some olive oil, and I'm going to be frying the bread. But that part is optional. You'll see why. So, let's get started. I did forget to get my spoon out, but I've got my spoon now. Woohoo! Woohoo! So first, we take our pumpkin and put it in our pan. I suppose I didn't have to heat it that high, that quickly. I'm just turning it down to a medium-high heat. And I like using my induction burner because it takes less energy. You could do this recipe outside. You have control over your fire. You could do it on a grill, in a pan. You could do it really anywhere, as long as you have a way to heat up the water and the soup. So, since I don't have, hi Marty, I don't have a can of broth, I'm just going to measure my turkey broth in, and this does have turkey in it. That's almost a can, a full can. Right there. So we're going to put a little bit more in and save some broth for later, for another recipe, another time. So there we go. Here's our broth. It may be better to not use the turkey with chunks in it or chicken with chunks in it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Go. We'll just bring that up to temperature. Hi, Marty. My cat Marty says hi. He wants some too. He's going to taste test probably later, but maybe not. So while that is heating, what we're going to do first is take our back burner, and I'm going to put in the pan some nutmeg, and it doesn't really matter how much you want to do it to taste, and you'll find out why. This is going to go on top of your soup. Depends on how many people you're serving. This recipe would probably serve 4 if it's a main dish. And then we're going to take some of our almonds and put them in to toast. While that's warming up, see, there you go. that's warming up and toasting, I'm going to slice some of my 2-day-old bread from Jimmy John's. And I'm going to save the rest for either croutons or something else that is good with day-old bread, crusty bread, dried bread. That's probably enough for one bowl, but I'm just going to keep slicing here. If you're interested in this tool, you can contact me and we can set up a demo and I can sell you one, but it's not about this tool, although it does cut really well. It's about the soup. So there we go. That's probably going to be quite enough. And then when this is done toasting, then we will put it in another pan or another dish, and then use this pan to fry our bread. Starting to steam. So the beauty about this particular recipe is that almost everything is shelf stable or could be shelf stable. The almonds and the nutmeg are shelf stable. The can of pumpkin is shelf stable. You can use canned broth, which is shelf stable. The Parmesan I got was sitting out in a bin at room temperature, so this is shelf stable to a point. Said the nutmeg. Did I miss anything? The olive oil will be shelf stable, and these are shelf stable. You could even grease them or dry them for crostini. That's the word I was thinking of. And then those are shelf stable for a month or two. And you don't want to burn your spices or your almonds. You do want to sweat them and toast them a little bit. And as soon as those are ready, I will be right back. Those almonds are done. So I'm just going to put them in the container right here. And there they are. We'll get them out of the way while they cool a little bit. And I'm going to get that. Just use a fork to get that out of there. Now we're going to just heat up some of the Heat up some of the olive oil. Our crusts in, toast, just on one layer. Just to get them toasted on one side, both sides. Give our pumpkin soup a stir. There's what that looks like so far. add a little bit more olive oil. I'm just going to add it around the edge and it'll seep in, I think, if there's any left. There it is, going in there. They're starting to brown, so we're just going to give them another minute or so. There it goes. As for our toast. When it's done, sorry. Oh, that one's getting almost too done. Shut that off. You don't want to burn like that one, but it's edible. Okay, there we go. Right. Now, pop that in the oven. Let it cool a little bit. So, it's time, I think, to get our soup in the bowl. So what we're going to do first, that was a mistake. Don't do that. Just take a nicely tanned bread, put it in the bottom, and there's another one in the bottom of your bowl so it kind of covers the bottom of the bowl. So there's another one that's okay. And you're going to take some of your Parmesan cheese and just sprinkle a little bit over the bread. Then, this, I believe, is done. Needs a little bit of pepper from the pepper squirrel, or the prepper squirrel, and then salty squirrel. There we go. Give it a nice stir. You don't have to add salt unless you want to. I just didn't add salt to my broth when I was making it. So, gently pour the soup, if you can, into the bowl. Then, take more Parmesan. Sprinkle it on top. Then take your almonds that you already toasted. You're going to serve this at a party. You could wipe up your mess and then just sprinkle a little bit more on so it looks festive. Let's try it. Looks yummy. Bon appetit. Mm-hmm. Yummy. Let's try some of that bread in the bottom if I can get some of that. Very hot. Hot. Yum. Mmm. Very yummy. There you have it. Prepper pumpkin soup. I hope you like it. I hope you try it. And keep on prepping. All right. I still want more. The first try was a little too thick, so I added more broth. And it's much more flowy right now. Let's see. There you can see it. It flows much better. So, second try, clean cups, move down. Toast. So the toast is optional. Putting Parmesan in the bottom of the bowl is not optional. So you could theoretically have it be gluten-free. You could have it be vegetarian. If you could find Parmesan that acted the same way, that was vegan, you could probably do that and use veggie broth. And let's see. Just there. Right. See if I can get it in the bowl this time. All the way. So, you have to go like this over. It's the beauty of a movable kitchen. Some of that soaking ahead of time. Got some chunks of turkey. So the DeMedici Kitchen recipe is all from scratch, which this is not. And I'd like to say it's because I'm a prepper, but really I'm just lazy. But if you want to learn how to do it from scratch, I'm putting the link down in the description below. And there you go. More cheese. And I did it a little too fast, so the toast kind of went to the top. And I guess I'll just use all those. Yum. And I'll just try the broth first. Here we go. There's the presentation. I hope yeah. Anyway, I don't want to spill. Yes, that's better. It's better when your soup flows. So you can add water. Just make sure you add some more spices. If you do, salt and pepper always works, and nutmeg. So stay calm, prep on, have a great day. Bye-bye.